Dear students, we are going to learn the tenses, the present tense, the past tense, and the future tense, and the forms of the tenses. Forms of verb tenses: past tense, present tense, future tense. Past progressive tense, past perfect tense, past perfect progressive tense. These are the forms of the past tense: present progressive tense, present perfect tense, present perfect continuous tense. These are the forms of the present tense. Future progressive tense, future perfect tense, future perfect progressive tense. So, along with the simple tenses and the three forms of each, we have 12 forms of tenses. The simple present tense, something that is happening now. When do we use the simple present tense? To express habitual actions or a condition that is true at any time. So something that is habitual, happening on a daily basis and is true. These sentences are always used in the simple present tense. Every student comes to class on time. So this is a habitual action of every student coming to class on time. The library is open until 8 in the evening every day. The library is open every day is an habitual action and it is true at any time. To express general truths, any general truth is expressed only in the simple present tense. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west is a universal truth, the general truth, and general truths will be always written in the simple present tense. To report what is in print. What is in print? Like when you're writing writing about an article. So the example is, in her article, Vicky claims that renewable energies are viable alternatives in a long run. So is, here it is in the present, simple present tense. Energies are viable. So in her article, she claims that renewable energies are viable. Since it is an article, the academic writing, we report it in the simple present tense. How do we form the simple present tense? Either there is a base form of the verb or we add s or es for the third singular person. Present progressive tense, something that is happening now and is in action, going on in action. To express an action or an activity that is currently happening or still happening. That is currently happening, the student is preparing for her final year project. The action is happening now and is continuing, preparing, ing form. To express that an action is happening at present and is temporary. Something that is temporary, that is going to end after some time but is happening. The trainees are undergoing the training now. The training will end after some time but it is going on now for the trainees. To express that an action is already in progress at specified point of time in the present. Action is in progress at specified point of time. Example, at 8:30 most of the employees are working at their desktops. At 8:30, a specified time, all the employees are working. Working, the verb is in action. The action is in the progressive tense. How to form the structure of the present progressive tense? Am, is, are plus the present participle and the ing form. I am writing an academic essay for this module. They are doing some research on nanotechnology. He is preparing the lab setup for the next class. So am, is, are plus the present participle or in the ing form. Some words which are usually not used in a progressive tense. Here is a list: hate, like, love, need, prefer, want, wish, believe, imagine, know, mean, realize, recognize, remember, suppose, understand, belong, concern, consist, contain, depend, involve, matter, need, owe, own, possess, appear, arrive, resemble, seem, hear, see. So these words, these verbs are never used in a progressive tense. These are always used in the simple tenses only. Simple past tense. What is a past tense? Something that has happened in the past. When do we use it? To indicate that an action took place at a specific time in the past. Students did his project last semester. So here a specific time last semester and the action was done in the past. To indicate that an action occurred in the past is no longer true in the present. Something that has happened in the past and no longer true in the present. He majored in engineering in NUS. He majored in engineering. He completed his engineering in the past. That action is done, over. Formation, regular verbs. That is the base form plus we add D or ED when forming the past tense. Simple past tense. Past progressive tense. Something in the past was in action. To express an activity was in progress at a specific point in time in the past. The professor was lecturing when the alarm went off. The professor was lecturing. Was, that is the past tense, and ing form of the lecture. To show that an activity based for a period of time in past, it emphasizes the duration. In the past, it was lasted for some time. For example, the auditors were checking the accounts while the assets were being tagged. So here the progressive tense, past progressive, were checking the accounts while the assets were being tagged. How is the formation? We use was or were plus the present participle and ing. Here we have used was in the first example and the present ing participle ing form. Here we have used were and present participle ing form. Present perfect tense, something that has happened. So we use it in an action or state that has happened in a very recent past. The mathematician just proven a complicated theory very recently but in the past. To indicate that an event has occurred more than once in the past. The students have approached their tutor several times for assistance. So the action has happened many times. Formation is have or has plus the past participle. Have or has plus the past participle. The past perfect. To indicate an event that is completed by a definite time or before another action was completed. To indicate an event in a definite time before another action was completed. So there will be two actions happening which are done in the past. By the time the rescue team arrived at the scene, the waters had reached 1.5 meters. So here there are two actions. The rescue team arrived and the water had reached. So this action, by the time the rescue team had come, that is the one action. Before that, the water had already reached 1.5. Nobody had dreamt that cloning was possible in 1900s. Now what is the formation? We use had plus the past participle. Past progressive, past perfect progressive. To stress the duration that has happened in the past, and was completed before the action time. So to stress the duration of an activity that was completed, you can see past before reaching. So it is completed before the action time. The students had been struggling with the problem for an hour before they found the solution. So one is they were struggling, the other one they had found the solution. So what is the formation of past progressive tense? We use had plus been plus present participle ing form. So had, the students had, plus been plus ing form of the present participle. The future tense. To express an action or event or state that will occur in the future. They will complete the assignment tonight. Something that is happening in the future. Formation will plus the base form. So here we have will and the base form of the verb. No s or es is added to the base form. Note, future time can be also expressed in am, is, are, going to, I will be going to, or base form. Simple progressive tense or present progressive tense. Future progressive tense. To express an action that will occur over a duration at some specific point, will occur. So the action is going to happen in a certain duration of time. The final year students will be doing their internship overseas. Something that is going to happen in the past in a specific duration, that is during the month of December. To emphasize the duration of an action in future, that a duration of an action is going to be happening in the future. The professor will be going on sabbatical during the long vacation. So something in the future is going to happen at a specific time. And what is the formation? Will plus be plus present participle. Will plus be plus present participle. Future perfect tense. What is future perfect tense? Something that is going to happen in the future. And it will be completed before another event. So it's going to happen in the future and completed before another event. The postgraduate students will have finished their thesis by the end of this semester. So they are going to finish their thesis, that is one action, before the end or by the end of that particular semester in a future time. The experts will have discovered the cause of the explosion in a week's time. Experts are going to discover a cause of the explosion in a week's time. They will have, the action is going to happen in a specific duration of time. What is the formation? Will plus have plus past participle. Will plus have plus past participle. Future perfect progressive tense. To indicate that an activity has been in progress for a period of time before another event. To indicate that an activity has been in progress for a period of time before another event, or in future. By March next year, the engineers will have been working on the project for 3 years. So this is the period, that is in March. For 3 years they are going to work on the project, and this action of working on the project is going to happen in the future. The formation is will plus have plus present participle. Will plus have plus present participle. I hope you have understood all the forms of the past tense, of the tenses. Watch the video at least twice to understand more and solve the activities which follows it. Kindly get back to the classroom, Google Classroom, at the end of the video.